in behind her with a garrote, wrapped it around her hands, and reached down and went over her head with it and strangled her.
KCTV5 is taking an in-depth look at an old murder that's now back in the nationwide spotlight. Lisa Montgomery is set to be executed in a matter of weeks. Most say she deserves it and point to terrible details in the case.
Montgomery cut a baby from a mother's stomach. Bobbie Jo Stinnett died. Her baby was kidnapped. Families were destroyed. Tonight you'll hear from a woman who says that President Trump should spare this killer. Investigative reporter Angie Racono tracked down Lisa Montgomery's sister. We do want to warn you, though, that some of the details are very difficult to hear as we review Montgomery's life and what happened in Skidmore 16 years ago.
I am heartbroken over this. I'm telling you all, I'm heartbroken.
Meet Diane Mattingly. She's Lisa Montgomery's sister. Montgomery is convicted of strangling a young mother and then cutting her baby from her stomach, then pretending it was her own. She's scheduled to die by federal execution, the first woman in 67 years.
She should have never been put on death row.
Diane and other advocates say Lisa Montgomery was brutally tortured throughout her life, beaten, raped, and neglected.
Lisa was broken. She was completely broken from all of it. So when I look at everything that they say about her, you can see it step by step where they broke her down.
Diane swears it's true. She survived it before being removed from the home at 8 years old.
Do you believe there was sexual abuse?
I was raped in that home. So yes.
Court exhibits now feature Lisa's childhood moments, marking her passage of times. This is the age she first remembers being sexually assaulted. It was in a cornfield. She'd grow up being beaten and raped by her stepfather and his friends, according to court documents, then trafficked by her own mother. Lawyers and doctors argue her life was fractured any way you view it. She lived in 61 homes in 34 years. What happens to that child?
She went beyond punishment.
Diane says you can't imagine what happened as punishment. The brutal cold showers, being stripped.
She would strip me down naked, say I can't take nothing with me, and push me outside. It felt like forever. You couldn't trust that this was my home.
Diane says she bears the scars. She can't be in small rooms with men. She can't eat onions. They trigger her to this day because that was a punishment that delighted her stepmonster.
She got pleasure making me eat raw onions.
Diane says she's heartbroken for what happened to Bobbie Jo Stinnett and her baby daughter.
My heart goes out to the family that lost their daughter, that lost their mother, that lost their wife.
She understands Lisa should never be free, but she also can't understand the justice in her sister's death. KCTV5 reviewed numerous doctors' notes and legal exhibits as part of our investigation. Here's what those reveal. Montgomery has been diagnosed with bipolar, anxiety, PTSD, borderline personality disorder, and psychosis. Doctors suspect traumatic brain injuries from car crashes and rapes. Testimony in old court documents back up claims of rape, torture, and neglect for almost all of her life. In some ways, prison has been a blessing. Montgomery is no longer abused and has mental health treatment and medication.
I'm wanting President Trump to understand that she is broken. She's mental illness. She has been sexually abused her whole life. Please commute this to life. That's what I'm asking as a sister. I'm begging you as a sister to commute it to life.
Lisa Montgomery's lawyers are working on a clemency petition. She's scheduled to be executed January 12th. We will keep you posted on her case. Angie Racono, KCTV5 News.
KCTV5 is committed to bringing you important information on this case. Our investigation continues online. You can hear more from a key investigator who says the execution should move forward.